Have you ever looked at a world map and wondered, why isn't there a road connecting North and South America? We live in a world where highways, bridges, and tunnels connect even the most remote places. Yet, there's a mysterious gap in the road network between these two massive continents. This gap is called the Darien Gap, a stretch of dense jungle and swampland located between Panama and Colombia. It is only about 100 miles long, but it has remained an impenetrable barrier for decades. No official highway crosses it, making it one of the biggest missing links in the Pan-American Highway, which otherwise stretches from Alaska all the way to Argentina. So, why hasn't anyone built a road through the Darien Gap? Is it too dangerous? Too expensive? Or is there another reason behind this missing connection? Let's take a journey through history, nature, politics, and economics to understand why this road remains unbuilt and why it might stay that way forever. The first major obstacle to building a road through the Darien Gap is the land itself. The region is one of the most difficult terrains in the world. It is covered in thick rainforests, massive swamps, and fast-flowing rivers. The area is also home to extreme weather conditions, with heavy rainfall making the ground soft and unstable for much of the year. Unlike other highways that cut through mountains and deserts, building a road in the Darien Gap would mean clearing dense vegetation, filling in swamps, and constructing bridges over unpredictable rivers. The cost of such an ambitious project would be enormous. Engineers would need to constantly maintain the road because the jungle grows back quickly, and heavy rains could wash away entire sections of the highway. In addition, the Darien Gap is home to various diseases carried by mosquitoes, such as malaria and dengue fever. Construction workers would face serious health risks in such a harsh environment. The presence of dangerous wildlife, including venomous snakes and large predators like jaguars, also adds to the difficulty of building a road through the area. Overall, nature itself presents an overwhelming challenge. Any attempt to build a highway would require constant maintenance and enormous resources just to keep the road usable. These natural barriers have played a significant role in preventing the construction of a road through the Darien Gap. Another important reason the road has never been built is the protection of the Darien Gap's unique environment and indigenous communities. This region is home to a wide variety of wildlife, including jaguars, tapirs, and rare bird species. Many scientists and conservationists argue that building a road through the area would destroy this delicate ecosystem. The Darien Gap serves as a natural barrier that prevents the spread of diseases and invasive species between North and South America. If a road were built, it could disrupt this balance, leading to unforeseen environmental consequences. The loss of forest cover would also contribute to climate change, as the Darien jungle plays a vital role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Additionally, several indigenous groups, such as the Embera and Wonan people, have lived in the Darien Gap for centuries. They have their own way of life, culture, and traditions. A road could bring unwanted changes, such as deforestation, pollution, and an increase in outsiders entering their land. Many indigenous leaders and environmental activists have fought against road construction to preserve their homeland and protect nature. A highway could also lead to land disputes, as large-scale development projects often attract outside interests looking to exploit the land for logging, agriculture, and tourism. This could lead to conflicts between the indigenous people and outside developers. For these reasons, many local communities and conservationists strongly oppose any effort to build a road through the Darien Gap. Even if the natural obstacles could be overcome, there are major political and economic reasons why no road has been built. For decades, governments in Panama and Colombia have debated whether a road through the Darien Gap is worth the investment. Some believe it could boost trade and tourism, while others argue that the costs and risks are too high. One of the biggest concerns is the potential impact on illegal activities. The Darien Gap is known for being a dangerous area, with drug trafficking and smuggling operations running through its dense forests. Authorities worry that a highway would make it easier for criminal groups to transport illegal goods between North and South America. For this reason, some governments prefer to keep the area roadless to prevent the spread of crime and violence. Additionally, the cost of building a road through the Darien Gap is extremely high. Constructing roads in a rainforest requires advanced engineering, heavy equipment, and constant maintenance. Given the relatively low population in the region, many governments question whether the investment would be worthwhile. The costs of maintaining a road in such a harsh environment would likely outweigh any economic benefits. Furthermore, political instability and corruption in the region have made it difficult to launch major infrastructure projects. Without strong government oversight, any construction effort could be plagued by delays, mismanagement, and budget overruns. As a result, many leaders have chosen to avoid the project altogether, seeing it as more trouble than it's worth. Despite the lack of a road, adventurers and explorers have attempted to cross the Darien Gap in various ways. Some have traveled by foot, motorcycle, or even bicycle. These journeys are extremely difficult, often taking weeks or even months to complete. Travelers must deal with harsh weather, wild animals, and the possibility of getting lost in the dense jungle. One of the most famous crossings happened in the 1970s when a team of British explorers attempted to drive across the Darien Gap in Land Rovers. Their journey took more than 100 days and required building temporary bridges and clearing paths by hand. This shows just how challenging it would be to build a permanent road in the region. Some people attempt to cross the gap on foot, often as migrants trying to reach North America. The journey is extremely dangerous, as travelers face conditions like lack of food and water and the presence of criminal groups. Many do not survive the trek. Despite these challenges, people continue to seek ways to cross the Darien Gap, proving that human determination knows no bounds. However, the difficulties faced by travelers highlight why constructing a permanent road through the region remains a nearly impossible task. Since building a highway through the Darien Gap seems nearly impossible, people have found other ways to travel between North and South America. Most travelers take flights between Panama and Colombia, as this is the fastest and safest option. There are also boats that transport people and goods along the coast. Some travelers choose to sail through the Caribbean, stopping at islands along the way. This method is slower but allows for a scenic and adventurous journey. Another alternative is to improve existing infrastructure around the Darien Gap instead of trying to build a road through it. Some experts suggest developing better air and sea transportation to connect the two continents while preserving the jungle and its wildlife. Advancements in technology could also provide new solutions. For example, high-speed ferries, cargo ships, or even advanced tunnels could offer better ways to connect North and South America without harming the environment. By focusing on sustainable transportation, it may be possible to maintain the ecological integrity of the Darien Gap while still improving connectivity between the continents. For now, alternative methods of travel remain the best option, and people continue to navigate around the Darien Gap rather than through it. The question remains, will there ever be a road through the Darien Gap? While some people believe that new technology and engineering advances could make it possible, others argue that the risks and costs are simply too high. Governments, environmentalists, and indigenous communities continue to debate this issue. Some believe that a well-planned road could bring economic benefits, connecting remote areas and increasing trade between North and South America. Others worry that such a project would lead to deforestation, loss of biodiversity, and social disruptions. For now, it seems unlikely that a road will be built anytime soon. The Darien Gap remains one of the last true wilderness areas on Earth, untouched by highways and modern infrastructure. While some dream of completing the Pan American Highway, others see the gap as a necessary boundary that protects nature and indigenous cultures. Until technology provides a sustainable and safe solution, the Darien Gap will continue to stand, keeping North and South America separated by one of the most challenging landscapes on the planet. So, next time you look at a map and notice the gap between Panama and Colombia, you'll understand the fascinating reasons behind its existence. The Darien Gap isn't just an obstacle, it's a testament to nature's resilience and humanity's choices. While roads connect most of the world, some places remain untouched, preserving their wild beauty and mystery. Perhaps not everything needs to be conquered or paved over. Instead, the Darien Gap stands as a rare reminder of the untamed world. Let's continue to think, discover, and grow as we explore the wonders of our planet. Like and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. See you in the next one.